Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. In this episode, I'm going to demonstrate to you how you can sync up the PanelView real-time clock with the Allen Bradley ControlLogix PLC. Some baseline information: if you launch your FactoryTalk View Studio and go to System, Global Connection is where you set up the trigger and mapping of the PLC tag. I'm going to double click to open this guy. A pop-up window appears and you have to be under the Date Time tab here. The area that you'll be mapping the PLC tag on this FactoryTalk view will be this section here. The first one is your trigger. So it looks for a high if it's energized. The year, the RTC year from the ControlLogix will be, the value will be copied into the PanelView real-time clock year. Likewise for month, day, hours, minutes, and seconds. And all these are PLC tags. So we'll show you this how we can map this, but first of all you're gonna have to create a program. So let's get started with the program. I'm gonna minimize this guy and launch my Studio 5000. So I'm online with the controller. The first thing I'm gonna have to do is drop a T clock function block. So before we do that, let's put a rung in there and put a T clock function block, just like that. You're gonna have to create two variables, T clock and a ref out variable. So T clock is going to be a data type T clock, and this one here, ref out, is going to be date time data type. So I'm going to manually create those tags here on my global controller tag. So the first one I'm going to create is underscore date time, and just going to call it PLC. And like I mentioned, this is going to be T clock. The second variable I'm going to create would be underscore X date time. And I'm just going to keep it simple, date time, and this is going to be date time, data time. Just to ease typing, I'm going to copy this, and I'm going to put here on the T clock. And this one here is going to be our date time tag. Once that's done, if you accept the changes, you can notice how the system tag will get copied over to your date time tag, this guy here. Okay, it's done. You can see that this is your system time, the controller time that's being mapped into this tag here, right? So to verify this, double click the controller and go to date time, and you can see that it's year 2021, 23rd December in here. I'm gonna move this a bit further here, you can see it. And then the time is 10:45, 10 seconds. So this is your PLC time. So yeah, essentially you can map all this time, but you also need a trigger, right? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have to create a trigger. To create a trigger, I'm gonna put another rung in here, and I'm gonna put a comparison for a trigger. So the first trigger would be, say, equal. So, and then say it's gonna be underscore X date time. And we're gonna trigger on, say, hour, right? And let's say we want to trigger at midnight or maybe 2 a.m. in the morning, right? And then we're gonna trigger a coil. Put a coil, and this coil is gonna be a Boolean. Again, it's just gonna create another variable called X date time, and say trig. And it's gonna have to be data type Boolean. Okay. There you have it. Accepted. Yes. Okay. So what happens here is that every time it's at 10 o'clock, it triggers this to high, but we don't want to trigger it and keep it energized all the time. So we're gonna have to use a one-shot coil on this one here. So I'm going to create another variable here called underscore X date time. Say call it trig ONS, right? Go in here and then look for my one shot. And accept it. Okay, so what happens here is that every time when the system hour changed to 2 o'clock in the morning, this got energized by one shot, and this got triggered once, and then that's it. But so this works very well. So at the top of the hour, you know, it get energized. But if you want to do a refined control and put say minutes and seconds, you can add more logic to it. It's very trivial. Let me demonstrate how you do it. Double click it in here, and then I'm just gonna copy this guy here. I'm gonna zoom out a bit, and then what I'm gonna have to do here is to change this to minute and change this to seconds. And then let's say if you want to trigger at 2 o'clock in the morning, say 10 minutes past the 2 o'clock, and get really creative here and say 44 seconds, right? So this get triggered every time when it's 2 o'clock in the morning, 10 minutes past it, and 44 seconds. I'm going to accept this change. You're going to have to map all these tags, this tag and this tag, into the HMI. So I'm going to park this on the side here like that, right? Okay, can't really see it, can you? Okay, let me. Okay, so we have it here, and on this side here, put Studio in here. So if you open your global connection again by double clicking, in here you're going to have to map the PLC tag here, but of course you're going to have to define the topics. If you have a topics, you can skip the next few steps, but I'm going to cancel this here and go to my factory talk links here. Double click to open it. I'm going to go to runtime target. On the runtime target, I'm going to add a new topic called, say, XPLC, right? And then I'm going to associate that XPLC with my PLC here. So here, click this, hit apply, hit OK. And this is your topic name. So we're going to use this as well here shortly. So hit OK. Once that's done, go back to your global connection again. Okay, the first tag you're going to map is going to be called X date time trigger. So this is the format for mapping. Curly braces, open curly braces, open XPLC, which is defined on your factory talk links enterprise. And the tag that you'll be using will be this guy here. Right, so we're gonna type X date time G and close it with curly braces. All right, here should be underscore. Let me do this. Edit, click, copy so that it won't go wrong. Try that, paste, and curly braces. Same thing, copy for the year, you paste it. But this time around, it's gonna be this tag here. So gonna go edit, copy, close this guy here, and I'm gonna replace this guy here, and then paste it in there. And this is the year, so it's gonna be .yr, right? And the rest of them is gonna be this way. Copy. Paste it in here. Month is gonna be MO, exactly like here, and day is gonna be DA, lowercase a. Don't know why it is done that way. Maybe they're trying to stick with 2 letters. Paste it in here. Hour is gonna be obviously HR, like this guy here. Control paste, and then after that H will be MIN, exactly like here, MIN, paste it, and second will be SEC, exactly like here. So once that's done, click OK, and that's how you do a synchronization setup between ControlLogix and your panel view. So once you're ready to create a MER or runtime file, go application, create runtime file, and then just select your folders and your application and upload it using your ME transfer tool. And yeah, your system time between those two ControlLogix will sync up with the panel view. That's how you do it. If you have any questions, please leave in the comment section below. If not, thumbs up and subscribe to this channel. Thanks a lot. Have a good day. Bye now.